Master? You called for me, and I came as quickly as I could. I apologize if I took some time, even though it was late. I was performing a duty that's not often performed, but quite a long ways away from your room. I'm aware I'm supposed to stay close to you, but I wasn't aware you were still awake. I deeply apologize, Master. That said, why are you still awake, Master? Ah, I see. Groggy, sleepy. Yeah, you can't quite catch the sleep. I understand that completely, Master. Why don't you sit up for a moment and sit down on my lap? So you can tell me in detail what's happening. Oh, Master. As much as I'd love to help from here, you and I both know that physical contact is much better to help soothe the stressed mind than most other things that aren't sleep. Now, come. Now let's see. There's many reasons my master could be having trouble sleeping. Let's go over the easy ones first. Was it too hot? Too cold? Did a nightmare wake you up? Uh, the infamous I just couldn't sleep. I was expecting this day would come one day. Today when your maid finally has to help with something so odd of a request as this. But I suppose, my master, anything for you. No. Don't stress your beautiful little head about it. I'm tall, squishy, and I'm your servant. You called for me in the middle of the night because you couldn't sleep. So now, there's only one option I have available to me. I'll simply have to sleep with you. Shh, it's alright. Don't worry so much, Master. It's very simple. Not too much teasing or anything. I promise I'll behave. All I will do is take care of you, lay down next to you, and do anything in my might to lull you to sleep. Even if it takes all night. I'll be there beside you. Now, before we do this, could I please be allowed a moment to undo my uniform and change into my sleeping robes? If that's allowed, Master. Well, of course, I have to ask permission, Master. Not just because you're in charge, and everything in this house has to be exactly the way you want it to be, but also because I love to see you blushing or cute like that when I ask you to exercise control over me. You'd almost say I was supposed to be in charge, wouldn't you? Very well. I'll head to my chambers and return as quickly as I can. Just wait for me right now on the side of the bed, Master. If you wish, perhaps walking a little bit can also help coax you to sleep. It's merely a suggestion, but perhaps it would help, no? Master, I've returned to my sleeping garments, and I am ready to soothe you to sleep. Are you ready as well? Wonderful. I hope you've prepared yourself mentally for this, because I'll be making sure that you'll fall asleep. And the first part of that is laying in bed together, with you tightly pressed against me. How does that sound? A warm body wrapped around you to keep the cold at bay, both from your body and your heart. Now, I know you may not like the next step, but I do believe it's actually one of the best things you can do to help me help you sleep. I want you to give up control. Of course, you're still my master, and I'm still your maid. But just for a moment, let me be the one to tell you what to do. Let me be in control, so you don't have to worry about a thing. They say that being the one that's being controlled is so much more peaceful than being the one in control. You don't have to think, you don't have to say anything, or let your brain rush around at all. All you have to do is feel good and do as you're told. Doesn't that sound nice? Giving up control to your lovely maid for a moment, so she can dote on you and help you get to sleep. And then when you wake up again, everything will go back to normal. Wonderful, Master. Now, let's start by having you press yourself against me. Firmly wrapped in my arms. Pressed against my chest in a wonderfully tight embrace. Surrender yourself to the soft warmth of my body. the sheets on top of you. Everything surrounding you right now is of the highest quality, chosen just for you, just for your comfort, just for your pleasure. Even if I was hired to suit your needs as perfectly as possible. My appearance soothing to your eyes, my body practically made to assist you in every way possible. So just let yourself be soothed by my warmth, by my scent. You know, nobles have to work much harder, have much harder life than most people give them credit for. People think that people just like you just live in luxury without ever having to worry about a thing. But really, it's not quite that simple. Every interaction, even with family, is a complex puzzle with hundreds of little rules. I've read some of the rules of etiquette you have to uphold. So much niche rules that you have to remember at any time, for any moment of the day. And then there's the fact that, really, you're contributing quite a lot to this little town around your manor. Just the jobs here are already a massive help. Giving money from your pocket to us, allowing the townsfolk to sustain their economy. You're constantly busy keeping the finances, visiting and hosting feasts, which are quite stressful occasions. And there's constantly news from some part of the country to be concerned about that other people could simply ignore. I suppose you're right. Doesn't seem like a lot when you say it out loud. But I know how much it can stress you out from time to time. You put so much effort in every single day. And that's why you have plenty of people to help you take care of the minute staff stuff. Yes, I do think you do a good job. You're always busy helping everyone as much as you can. Taking care of as many people as you can. Doing whatever you can to make sure you're doing all that. And I think that's part of the reason you can't sleep right now. All the stress from all that worrying is making it so you're having a hard time sleeping, which is why I thought that you giving up control a little bit would help. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable by giving up control is something that helps with stress for a lot of people a lot of the time. So by letting me take control, letting me tell you what to do, and being so sweet and cute for me, you're allowing yourself to relax, to calm your mind, just a little bit. No choices to make, because someone's making them for you. No thoughts, no stress, just me and you. Just relaxation and calmness, warmth, and eventually sleep. Shh, don't say anything. Just lay back and do as I say. All I want you to do is to just tense up in your feet. Stretch your toes as far as you can for just a few seconds, and then relax. Let your body feel it can relax. Finally relax your feet. That there's nothing to go, that there's no reason to go anywhere for a while. So your feet can turn off. Now up your legs. Stretch out, tense up, as far and wide as you can. And then, after just a little bit, let your muscles relax. Let them fall limp on top of mine. I know, right? It's weird how if you tense up so much, as much as you can, even for just a few seconds, letting yourself relax feels so much better than when you just lay down. What's that I hear? Did you just call your loyal maid Mommy? Shh, don't be embarrassed. It's just your mind relaxing along with your body. It's slipping out because you're relaxing. And I can't say I was expecting it at least a little bit. I mean, look at me. I know there's plenty of boys who look at me in that way, and I suppose that you too. Are a young man, master. So it's only logical that in your mind, you'd draw the same conclusions any other young man would. But don't be afraid. It'll be our little secret. If you let me call you baby boy. I'm dead serious, master. I won't tell anyone you called your loving maid Mommy while you were snuggled up in her inner tent to sleep. If you just let me call you baby boy. Sounds fair, doesn't it? There. Good boy. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? We're going to do your stomach next. Abs and back. Tense as hard as you can. Just for a moment. And after a few seconds, relax them again. It's basically like turning something on and off again. Just to make sure it's turned off properly. If you ever feel any serious pain from doing any of this, please tell me, master. Because this isn't supposed to hurt at all. But what it can do is bring minor injuries to the surface, which you might not normally notice. Which hurt more because you're suddenly tensing the muscles and relaxing them again. So if anything hurts suddenly after we've done this, just tell me and we'll talk to someone who can help, okay? Good. Now let's do your hands. Each finger stretched wide and far, and then relax again. limply hanging from your palm, then your arms stretched all the way, from your shoulders to your wrists, as far out as you can. Take them. There you go. See? Doesn't that feel so good? A little bit tingly, a little bit numb, almost as if your body has finally accepted that it's supposed to be asleep right now. But then there's only one thing that needs to go to sleep. Your pretty little head. Yes, my good boy. I'm gonna help you with that too. And you need to you don't need to move an inch. All you have to do is let me tell you a few things that you need to hear. Shh, no. You don't even have to think. All you have to do is just lay in my arms, relax. I want you to know that you deserve everything. You might be worried about not doing enough to deserve the things you've gotten. You might be embarrassed about needing things that other people don't need. You might be stressed about barely being able to keep up when others seem to keep up with ease. But the truth is that everyone has their own pace, their own needs, and their own value. Everything you receive is earned. And you can make yourself feel guilty very easily by overthinking about it. Sure, maybe other people need to put in more of an effort to earn as much as you do. But they have other skills that you don't have. Everyone has their own strong and weak sides. You found your strong sides, or at least a few of them. And you spend every day trying to use those strong sides to make the world a better place. Don't judge yourself for having those weak sides. That's what you have other people for. To supplement your strengths and weaknesses. To ask for help when you need it. To be better together. Just like you're such a good boy for asking mommy Maid for help and when you can't sleep. Speaking of, I think you're calm. And slow breathing means you're almost asleep already. I'll be quiet so you can actually fall into a nice deep slumber. Sleep tight, my master. And my good boy.